How do you define this kind of scenario, where some sullen girl locked away in the cell of shyness, barred by hefty locks of eye complexes, is being bailed out through grace by the sun of light, who showed up for her in streams of light, eye piercingly bright like that of the searing sun, and nudges her to shed off every scrawny skin of sullenness? How do you describe that this girl, dazed by this unexpected scene, sees herself standing in stark alertness, but convinced of the sound promised security that's found only in godliness, steps out of her badly tattered and sadly stinking prison shirt, deeply soiled by her constant feeling of smallness, sheds off the shirt into tiny shreds like some shattered shell, walks right into her new golden blouse of boldness, lays aside all handcuffs and cuffed her by weaknesses, leaving them lying some 1,000 steps behind her as her steps retraces back to that forgotten path that she had long departed from, unknown to her that this path was and still is the only path that leads to Abba's unfailing graces. How do you describe that this girl had once thought that that path was awfully meant for those reduced to disgrace, unknown to her that that path is renowned, but it is said to have saved many men from their distresses, and now it is where every now believing or once upon a time straying soul embraces, after wandering through that long rough road of weariness and of endless fruitless failures found in diverse places. Brethren, I guess it won't be so hard now to describe that this girl, having been rescued by the Son of Light, now stands out freed, and having been bailed out from the prison of insecurities, now lives fully redeemed, for her life was not just transformed, but also totally reformed into that of a faithful and fruitful witness. Brethren, this kind of scenario to you might sound beyond comprehension, but then it is true. For indeed there was a girl once locked away from having a sight of the bright side of life, was always constantly slighted, until the day she looked out of the window of her tiny cell, sighted a light so awesome in wonder, such that it pricked her curiosity till she began to wonder about what lies beyond that yonder, where her eyes never seemed to see. And filled with such intense hunger to have a full view of it, she then had this life-transforming encounter. Brethren, if you had to ask this girl now who it is that holds all the power, I bet she would definitely show you this man who is enthroned high above in his heavenly tower, yet lives inside any man whose heart is laid out for him as a holy altar. This man who is brave enough not to cower in the face of mightless giants, a man who holds in his stronghold every strong-headed stronghold, a man who is the greatest of all that is great, a man whose might is mightily mighty, just as it is matchless, whose strength is stretched beyond all limitations, limitless, a man whose supremacy is boundless, a man who in loving is relentless, a man who is called the great I am that I am, the one who was, who is, and who is to come, the one who gives the homeless a home where they belong, and whose power can save from the ugliest of situations. Brethren, this is the man who saved this girl, brought with him the greatest tale of salvation. Truly his strength is made perfect in her weaknesses. But this girl can now boldly say that she is a living, breathing witness, that she was once blind but now that she can see. Oh, how can she not, after having this kind of an unforgettable encounter, where she was saved by the one called Jesus, Son of true light, ever-living Christ, and Messiah.
Now, the christapoet team is a group of talented young writers who have dedicated their gifts to preach the gospel of Christ. I need you to do two things for me. First off, subscribe to this channel. Now, with every subscription we receive, it is such an encouragement to us to do this bigger, to do this better, and to do it brighter. And if you're looking to have a conversation with us, why not follow us on social media? On any of the platforms, the handle is @christapoet. It's showing on the screen right now, and also we'll put the links in the description.